Hi there, everyone. This is Jeff from that'sgoodenougghforme.com, and this is another episode of Almost Punk Enough podcast. We have a great little show for you today. I'm meeting up with Quirijn from the Dutch punk band Ink Bomb. I'm going to ask him how to pronounce his name. I've known the guy for years, but only through social media and typing words at each other. I'd like to apologize right off the bat today. I am currently on a bunch of drugs to block the nerves in my back because I injured my back. And one of the things it does is it makes my mouth very, very dry. So I'm trying to drink as much water as possible, but I'm probably going to stumble over my words like a dork. Please bear with me, and we'll see you on the other side. Have a quick commercial break, and then we'll get together with Quirijn from Ink Bomb.
Yeah, you're punk enough. Oh yeah, that's good enough for me.
And we are back, and I'm extremely excited today to have on the podcast my good friend and possibly yours. I'm going to try to pronounce his name, Quirijn, and
Yeah,
then last name Foeken. Foeken.
it's pretty good for a first try, Jeff. I,
Thank
I
you,
have to say. My name is Quirijn
Quirijn.
Foeken.
Foeken.
And Quirijn is not a common name anywhere, not even in my country. So everybody pronounces it wrong. And I listen to whatever you call me. So people call me Q, people call me chef, whatever. They call me, hey, buddy. I will
now,
listen to anything.
now, quickly, chef. Why chef?
Just because people are lazy. Just, hey, chef. So something like a common nickname, like "Hey, buddy" or "Hey, dude" or whatever. Hey, chef.
That's awesome. Okay, I like chef, so I'll go with that one. So chef is also in the band Ink Bomb. And before we get to the Ink Bomb part, I just want to remind people that for a while at the beginning, Chef was also a contributor to that'sgoodenough.for me.com, and then stepped away as these budding sound production career is taking off. So he's got music, sound production, and other things, which obviously he couldn't devote much time to us, but that's great because we still love Ink Bomb and everything they do. And partially, we're here to talk today about they have two new songs, and one of which comes with a new video. And the so it's like a digital 7-inch, and that A side is "Rome is Burning Again."
Yes.
It's a great fun song, very energetic, and the video is great. Chef, if you want to go ahead and tell us a little bit about the song and what's the impetus for the new music.
Yeah. So last year we spent some time writing new songs, and instead of waiting for writing a whole album, it's like, okay, let's just release some singles whenever we feel like it. Keep the pressure low for ourselves and make cool videos and release it when it's ready. So we went in the studio in March and recorded three songs, and the first song is out now. And we were lucky enough as well that our friend Edwin uh, uh, recorded one of our shows with like 5 cameras or something. So I edited all the footage together, and yeah, here we go. So it was quite a quick turnaround because yeah, it's May now, and we recorded the thing in March, which if you record an album, it's like 2 years of work, and now it's like, oh, pretty fast.
Yeah, yeah, no, that is a quite a quick turnaround, and especially getting the footage for the video together so quickly. I like there's a scene in the video where obviously you're doing like sound check or something. There's like the camera's kind of stage right from behind one of the views that's throughout the video, but there's no one there in the audience.
Yeah.
And then it flashes again and it's to the show and the people are there. I thought that was pretty fun and exciting.
Yeah, yeah. I had to pick up the footage from Edwin, and it was his tip. Like, there's a shot where it's like the whole venue is empty, and if you cut that to a full venue, that would be really nice. So I edited the video, but this particular shot was his idea. So thank you, Edwin.
Oh,
He's
well,
also in a band called Fugoid. And so shout out to him and his
Thank
band. He
you.
used to
Yeah.
be in a band called Circle of Friends. They've been around for like 40 years or something, and they're like local celebrities.
Awesome. Yeah, that was a good cut. I really like that one. So Rome is burning
Yeah.
again. So what tell us about the song. Tell us about what you guys feel about it and what you want it to be, and what it means.
Yeah, let's talk about the music first because I am the guitar player and
Mhm.
songwriter, but I don't write the lyrics. So I can quote from our press release about what the song is about, but I can tell you everything about the music. So yeah, we have been a band for like 10 years, and when we started, we were like more rooted into like skate punk and fast beats, but we getting a bit slower now, more into like grunge territory or indie rock territory, and this is like the combination of that. So I wrote a riff, which was more like Pennywise style, and me and the drummer worked on it, and then it became more this grungy, well, still kind of fast, but yeah, grungy riff. And then we worked it from there, and then yeah, we wrote it actually pretty fast once this rhythm was there. And yeah, the title sounds like it's a political song, like the downfall of democracy or something, or I don't know, current structures burning to the ground. But according to our singer, it's like a metaphor for a relationship that you think will last forever, but in the end burns to the ground as well.
Oh, yeah, and that's a yeah, that happens happens a lot. Um, Also, really cool. How is your singer's name pronounced?
Joost.
Yoast. Okay, so it is the like Y sound to the J. A lot of us English speakers are probably look at it, and I knew it wasn't pronounced this, but a lot of people look at it probably think like juiced. I'm like, no,
Yeah,
no,
yeah, he
no,
gets that a lot.
no. Well, it's funny because like it's still. I mean, I think it's still a very punky song
Yeah.
with the upbeat kind of rhythm and everything, and it's really fun. I also want to talk a bit about the other song, Rerun.
Yeah,
That
that
one, so that one's kind of hidden from my perspective. It's kind of hidden, but I really think that's very punky, and it's like old school Bad Religion punky. And I thought it's a really good accompany, like a second course to that for to Rome is burning again.
well, thank you. Well, the truth is that um, Rerun is an old song from our first record,
Okay.
Fiction. And when you have like an album, you have like four songs that you can put forward as singles or videos, and there's always some songs that are good, but
Mm-hmm.
people don't notice them. So, and Rerun is one of those songs. We never play it live because it's very difficult to play because it's so fast. We tried, we failed. So, and we were like, oh, if we have a new single, why don't we just use an old song as like a B-side to remind people of this older song? So it's from our first record, Fiction, and came out in 2019 or something.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
yeah, just give people the chance to listen to it again.
Okay. So is it re-recorded or is it just the
No,
original
it's just
song?
it's not even remastered or anything. We just
Okay.
kept everything original.
Oh, well, that's it's funny because I tried to do a little bit of digging in, and Spotify didn't show me that it was an old song, and I was like, oh, Spotify wouldn't lie to me.
We
Uh,
re-uploaded it, but it's the same file. So if you go, we have the same song twice now on our Spotify. But
okay, well, that's no problem. Just double dipping on the getting
yeah,
more
exactly.
more listens. So you said you recorded three songs, and
Yes.
Rerun is obviously not one of them. So that means you have two more in the can just waiting to be released. Do we have a schedule or timeline for those?
No, and that's the entire thing of what I was talking about earlier. So like, we're gonna record bass on Friday for those two songs, and we'll see when we record the rest and when we release it. So no pressure for us. And yeah, we have shows coming up. We have our daily lives, jobs, etc., etc. So we will just release it when ready.
Okay. Okay. So
But
you heard it here first, everyone.
yeah, the second single will be this year. I'm confident to say because
Okay.
uh, guitar is ready, bass is easy most of the time. Then vocals, mixing, mastering, but this is the third single. I'm not sure if it's this year or maybe next year. We'll see.
Okay. Are these songs performance ready? Are if people go to shows, would they expect to possibly hear them? Or are you
Yeah,
still
one
kind
of the
of
songs we already play live.
okay?
So if you see us at the show, then the newest single, which will be released whenever we can already hear it.
Awesome. Awesome. That sounds great.
Yeah.
So aside from that, how are things going in your local music scene? You said you have some shows coming up. Are there any bands that people should be keeping their eyes on? You may be performing with, or just bands that you like that people may not have heard of that we should let them know
Oh,
about?
we have a song of a show with Chaser coming up, so that's not local, but
Oh,
local
yep.
for you maybe.
Yeah, yeah. No, yeah.
So that's fun. Yeah, there are a lot of bands locally which are not necessarily punk sounding as we are, but there's a lot of cool bands more in the alternative heavy genre that I really like. There is this emo band called EDLP, which I really like. Um, yeah, we are friends with Intellectual, which is the most famous Dutch punk band at the moment, I think.
Yeah, we cover them a lot.
Yeah, they're in Canada right now. Yeah, they live in the same city as us, so we see them quite often. Um, yeah, there is this band called Peanut Butter Goldfish, which I personally really like. They're like, I don't know how to describe them. They're like a really theatrical rock band, great vocalist. Yeah, and I meet quite a few bands within my studio
Hmm.
local, which is always fun.
And
So
what
the,
is the
the,
name of your
the
studio for people to look for?
fiction studio,
There you go, Fiction Studio,
yeah,
everyone.
free advertising here. Great.
Yeah, totally. I know that not obviously not via the podcast, but in the past you've referred bands that are coming through Fiction Studios out to me, and they've always turned out to be great stuff. So it's great to have someone on the scene there that can really kind of pass things along, even though you're not writing for TGEFM anymore, you still give us a leg up on a lot of this news, which is great stuff. Uh, so veering away a little bit from music
Sure.
and possibly into to politics. How are things going over there? And how are things going in relation to your thoughts on how badly things are going in the United States?
Yeah, that's a big question. So, I tend to stay away a bit from politics in my day-to-day life. Otherwise, I just lose my mind, I guess.
Yeah.
But of course, it's touching everything, you know. In the Netherlands, we see this, yeah, for quite a while actually, this wave of right-wing populism coming through, and they might not be in charge all the time, but they influence other political parties that are more leaning towards the center. So, like rhetoric around refugees is
Mm.
becoming more mainstream, which used to be extreme right topic points, which is really annoying. Things like climate change denial is not common, but whenever there's a seed of doubt, politics gets delayed, and that is really unfortunate. And we just had a really bad government uh, f- coming from the more extreme right parties, and they didn't do anything because they were so bad at their jobs.
Right.
And that's a good thing in the way that they don't destroy the country, but everything comes to a standstill. Now we have a more
Yeah.
we have now the government currently we just have is more stable, it seems, but yeah, they are still trying to make sure the people who vote for the right wing guys still like them. So yeah, there's still a lot of talk about immigrants, asylum seekers. Was like, oh, there's not really a problem if we just fix it. These people just need good housing. They need a place to stay. But yeah, it's so everything becomes infected. It is right
Yeah.
wing rhetoric, even if they're not in charge. You know, we don't have a one party system here or a two-party system, so we have always parties have to work together. But these right wing guys still have their influence in a more sneaky way, I guess.
Yeah, it's I think a lot of Americans who don't get abroad or who haven't lived abroad kind of don't appreciate sometimes the differences in political systems.
Hmm.
But what a lot of people say here is, oh well, if we didn't have a two-party system, things would be better. But then I've lived over in France and I've lived over in the UK, places that have parliamentary systems that even they still have difficulties with right wing because there's still an element or a block that is able to exert some type of force, as you said,
Yeah,
even when they're
exactly.
not in power.
Yeah.
And it just that seems like it's the way it has been going. A couple of weeks ago, after the Hungarian election, I was lucky enough to have a quick podcast with Balázs of Hungarian punk band Bankrupt
Oh,
about the election and their hopes for the future and how things will change. But even then, the point was yes, like Viktor Orban has been voted out,
yeah.
but the replacement is still basically center right, and
Yeah,
that's supposed to be
exactly.
the good thing, you know. Um,
Yeah, plus the entire system has been corrupted. So when you have to replace the entire system with all the judges and the media controlled by Orban's friends and things like that. So that's very hard to. It's not just one guy, of course.
right,
And I
and
think that
oh,
is true
yeah.
for the United States as well. When Trump dies within the year or something, you still have all these other assholes left, right?
Yep, yep. I
The
mean,
biggest
if
asshole
he,
is gone, but
yeah, if he's out, then we get Vance. Woohoo!
well, that's
uh,
your problem.
I know, I know. Oh, goodness gracious.
No, but
All
yeah,
right. Well, yeah.
I think
So,
a lot of people in Europe look at the United States politics like, what's going on? Why does this work like this? Like the gerrymandering thing and
mhm.
the Supreme Court thing is like, why do we have these people that do have political powers? That doesn't make any sense.
I know.
Um,
I know. It's such a pain. That's all I can say. It's a pain. And but like one thing is you said, especially with Orban, it's not just him. There's a system that's been planted
mm,
behind him. And what often happens is someone is voted in against that system, but then the people don't give them the time to fix it. Like in 2 years, they're
yeah,
going to be like, "Oh, he's a failure," and
yeah, maybe.
it's
I don't know.
it's not the case. It takes time to recover what's happened. So yeah, exciting stuff. All right. Well, yeah, thank you. I think that'll wrap it up for us. But it was great speaking to you in person for the very
Yeah,
first time.
yeah.
And everyone, go check out Ink Bomb. Rome is Burning Again. You can find it on Spotify, Bankrupt, the music videos on YouTube. We're going to link to it in the podcast here. Go listen to more Ink Bomb. I've been doing it for more than 5 years. I actually discovered the band back when I was writing for Punk News, and I just kind of take my love of Ink Bomb with. And I had the great opportunity to have Chef come contribute for a while with us. Uh, Everyone, Ink Bomb. Do you have anything last words to say for us?
No, check it out. I prefer if people listen to the song on Bandcamp or YouTube because, yeah, we put some effort in the videos as well. But support local bands whenever you can, in whatever way.
Awesome. That's a great way to end the podcast. Thank you very much, Chef, for
Okay.
coming in and joining me. And we'll hopefully chat with you guys soon when you have new songs coming out.
Okay.
Awesome. Yeah, everyone. So do check out Ink Bomb if you have the chance. Also, please be sure to like and or subscribe or follow the Almost Punk Enough podcast. You can find us at your podcasting service of choice. Also, follow us on our social medias. We've got Facebook, Instagram, Threads, Blue Sky. You can get all your news from us at any of those channels. We'd love for you to be part of our community. Thank you very much and have a great day.